Welcome to Before the Council, a reading of the Revere City Council Agenda for the meeting of Monday, August 22nd, 2016. There are 28 items on the agenda this week. Coverage begins at 4 p.m. with the Zoning Subcommittee meeting chaired by Councilor Robert J. Hass, Jr. Also on the committee, Councilor Patrick M. Keefe, Jr., Councilor Joanne M. McKenna, Councilor John F. Powers, Councilor George J. Rotundo, and Councilor Anthony T. Zambuto. They have two items. First, pursuant to Council Order PUD-16-01, Transdel Corporation, Gate Residential Properties, LLC, Redgate of Boston, Massachusetts, is seeking permission to permit the construction of a 5-story hotel and a 6-story multifamily residential dwelling within a planned unit development at number 205 Revere Beach Parkway in Revere. And second, pursuant to Council C-16-07, this is regarding the request of Mr. Frank Licata of Melrose, Massachusetts, to modify and extend a non-conforming 4-family structure at the premises located at number 200 Ocean Avenue in Revere. At 5:45, we continue with the Ways and Means Subcommittee meeting, chaired by Councilor John Powers. Also on the committee, Councilor Robert J. Hass, Jr., Councilor Arthur F. Guanasso, Councilor Stephen Morabito, and Councilor Anthony T. Zambuto. They have just one item, pursuant to Council Order 16-227. This is regarding a communication from the mayor requesting approval of the water rate for fiscal year 2017. At 6 p.m., it's the Revere City Council meeting, which begins with a salute to the flag, the roll call of members, and the approval of the journal of the meeting held on July 25th, 2016. Calendar item number 1, a resolution of condolence for former City Councilor John R. Arrigo, will be read into the record. Calendar item number 2. Under public hearings, a hearing called as ordered on the petition of National Grid for a pole location on Atwood Street. Calendar item number 3. A hearing has been called as ordered on the petition of Verizon for attachments to utility pole number 15 at number 42 Furlong Drive. Calendar item number 4 is the Zoning Subcommittee report. Calendar item number 5 is the Ways and Means Subcommittee report. In accordance with Rule number 23 of the City Council's Rules of Order, the following motions or communications are being reported out of committee with a recommendation that they be placed on file. Calendar item number 6. Pursuant to Council Order 16-033, this is regarding a motion of Councilor Hass requesting a meeting to discuss enforcement of storefront signage and advertising that was first heard on February 22nd, 2016, that the mayor be requested to convene a meeting with Inspectional Services, the Department of Public Works, and the police to discuss enforcement of the city ordinances as it pertains to storefront signage and advertising, A-frame signage, window coverings, balloons, and transient vendors have been a concern as of late, which is the reason for the submission of this motion. Calendar item number 7. Pursuant to Council Order 16-105, this is regarding a motion of Councilor Rotundo relative to plans for the Lincoln School playground, dated May 9th, 2016, that the mayor utilize the plans held by the city engineer's office for the proposed Lincoln School playground and or those being utilized for the St. Mary's playground. Calendar item number 8, pursuant to Council Order 16-131. This is regarding a motion of Councilor Rotundo relative to a Revere Development Authority from May 23rd, 2016. Calendar item number 9, pursuant to Council Order 16-134. This is regarding a motion of Councilor Rotundo relative to a cultural museum and carousel on Revere Beach, that the city look into the feasibility of a cultural museum and carousel on Revere Beach by working with the DCR, the state legislature, and the governor from May 23rd, 2016. Calendar item number 10, pursuant to Council Order 16-135. This is regarding a motion of Councilor Rotundo relative to the stretch building code, that it be stricken from the city ordinances as it has been found to create mold in homes, dated May 23rd, 2016. Calendar item number 11, pursuant to Council Order 16-155. This is regarding a motion of Councilor Rotundo relative to creating an economic and zoning master plan from May 23rd, 2016. Calendar item number 12, pursuant to Council Order 16-156. This is regarding a motion of Councilor Rotundo from May 23rd, 2016, relative to designating Revere as an economic development industrial corporation as permitted under Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 121C. And calendar item number 13, pursuant to Council Order 16-157, this is regarding a motion of Councilor Rotundo relative to foreign trade status for general purpose and subzones, dated May 23rd, 2016. Calendar item number 14. This is a communication from Veterans Services Director requesting the installation of a memorial pole for Army Corporal Gerald Chiepo at the corner of Winthrop Avenue and Beach Street, dated August 11th, 2016. Dear Honorable City Council, I have received a request from friends of Corporal Gerald Chiepo to have a memorial square installed on the corner of Winthrop Avenue and Beach Street. Gerald left Revere High School in his junior year to enlist in the Army and was eventually assigned to Field Artillery Battalion as a cannoneer. He was the first Revere man reported on the casualty list in Korea. Corporal Chiepo was the son of Mary Chiepo, who resided at 78 Winthrop Avenue along with his 5 sisters and 4 brothers. It would be fitting to honor Corporal Chiepo with a memorial square. Sincerely, Nicholas Bua, Director of Revere Veterans Services. Calendar item number 15. This is a communication from Site Plan Review relative to findings and conditions for number 200 Ocean Avenue special permit. Dated August 16th, 2015, please be advised that the Site Plan Review Committee has reviewed the above referenced site plan for the modification and expansion of a non-conforming 4-family structure at number 200 Ocean Avenue. The following findings and conditions have been made with respect to this site plan. 1. A street and sidewalk bond must be placed on file with the Department of Public Works to secure performance for the installation of utilities, construction of concrete sidewalks and granite curbing, construction of driveways, construction of retaining walls, if applicable, and landscaping with respect to the modification and expansion of a non-conforming 4-family structure at number 200 Ocean Avenue. 2. The final building plans must be reviewed and approved by the fire department. 3. The structure shall have occupancy for no more than 4 one-bedroom units. 4. The existing landscaping strip along the frontage of the property shall be restored, and a landscape buffer shall be maintained in the rear, adjacent to the railroad right-of-way. 5. 4 on-site parking spaces shall be provided. 6. A sewer connection and water connection permit must be obtained from the Department of Public Works for all new services to the building. And 7. A final as-built plan and landscaping plan must be filed with the building inspector and the city engineer prior to the issuance of an occupancy permit. Calendar item number 16. This is a communication from Site Plan Review relative to findings and conditions for number 205 Revere Beach Parkway planned urban development, dated August 16th, 2016. Please be advised, in accordance with Section 17.20 of the revised Revere zoning ordinance, the Project Review Board, comprised of the city planner, building inspector, fire chief, city engineer, and DPW superintendent, have reviewed the above-referenced final planned unit development plan, dated July 7th, 2016, with revisions provided by Howard Stein Hudson for the construction of a multifamily residential building consisting of 220 residential units and a hotel consisting of 132 keys at number 205 Revere Beach Parkway. The final plan was preceded by a preliminary plan, together with the required form entitled Submission of Preliminary Planned Unit Development and the materials required by Section 17.20.060, submitted to the Project Review Board by the project proponent on June 21st, 2016. The final plan was submitted to the city clerk on June 30th, 2016, and contains the materials required under Section 17.20.130. It is being reviewed by the Project Review Board for conformance with planned unit development standards in accordance with Section 17.20 of the revised Revere zoning ordinance. Due to the scale of this PUD, the Site Plan Review Committee and Project Review Board will continue to review the impacts of this development in coordination with MassDOT, Massachusetts Environmental Policy Act Unit, MEPA, Department of Conservation and Recreation, the Department of Environmental Protection, and the Revere Conservation Commission to ensure compliance with requirements of those agencies. The Site Plan Review Committee and Project Review Board will incorporate all applicable mitigation measures resulting from these additional permitting agencies into the final site plan. Therefore, the findings and conditions made by the Project Review Board as a result of all local reviews conducted to date and are subject to additional findings and conditions that may be placed on this development project by Massachusetts Environmental Policy Act Unit, Mass DOT, the Department of Conservation and Recreation, the Department of Environmental Protection, and the Revere Conservation Commission. Calendar item number 17. This is a communication from the Mayor's Office requesting a waiver of the residency rule for Mr. Reuben Cantor, Director of Innovation and Data Management, dated August 18th, 2016, to the Honorable Revere City Council. Pursuant to the revised ordinances of the City of Revere, Title II, Chapter 2.06, Section 2.06.060B, I am writing to request a waiver of the residency rule for Mr. Reuben Cantor, who will be filling the position of Director of Innovation and Data Management. Sincerely, Brian M. Arrigo, Mayor of the City of Revere. Calendar item number 18. This is a communication from the Mayor relative to a bond authorization in the amount of $50,000 for schematic design cost for the Garfield Middle School boiler, dated August 18th, 2016. Dear council members, I respectfully request that your honorable council vote to authorize a bond totaling $50,000 to pay for design costs associated with the replacement of the Garfield Middle School boiler. Respectfully, Brian M. Arrigo, Mayor. Calendar item number 19. Pursuant to Council Order 16-232, this is a motion presented by Councilor Rotundo that the Mayor requests Nick Catanazzo, Director of Inspectional Services, to appear before the City Council to discuss the properties in arrears with the vacant building program. Calendar item number 20. Pursuant to Council Order 16-233, this is a motion presented by Councilor Rotundo that the Mayor look into the feasibility of bringing RCN or any other cable company to Revere to create competition and lower cable rates. Calendar item number 21. Pursuant to Council Order 16-234, This is a motion presented by Councilor Guanasso that the mayor requests the Department of Public Works to install a guardrail at the corner of Pomona and Revere Streets. There have been several recent accidents at this location, some of which have caused damage to the home located at this intersection. Calendar item number 22. Pursuant to Council Order 16-235, this is a motion presented by Councilor Powers that the mayor requests the Traffic Commission to establish no heavy trucking regulations for Harris Street. Further, the Revere Police Department enforce the speed limits on Harris Street. Calendar item number 23. Pursuant to Council Order 16-236, this is a motion presented by Councilor Keefe that the City Council award a certificate of appreciation to Kayla and Jordan Martelli for their hard work in running Alex's Lemonade Stand for 5 years, and in the process raising over $10,000 to benefit children's cancer research. Calendar item number 24, pursuant to Council Order 16-237. This is a motion presented by Councilor Novoselsky and Councilor McKenna. The mayor requests the Department of Public Works to install memorial poles for the former city councilors Richard A. Penta and Jim Kimmerly and former school committeeman Guy Melly at Kimmerly Park in Beachmont. Calendar item number 25. Pursuant to Council Order 16-238, this is a motion presented by Councilors Novoselsky and Powers that the mayor requests the Department of Public Works to install a memorial pole for former City Councilor John R. Arrigo at Destoop Park in Oak Island. Calendar item number 26. Pursuant to Council Order 16-239, this is a motion presented by Councilor McKenna that the mayor requests Massachusetts DOT to place a mesh barrier on the top of the new Winthrop Avenue Bridge to block the view of the Capitol Waste Facility. Calendar item number 27. Pursuant to Council Order 16-240, this is a motion presented by Councilor McKenna that the mayor requests the Department of Public Works to remove a large cut-down tree on an empty city-owned lot next to number 138 Pearl Avenue. This request from the abutting property has been going on for 2 years. And calendar item number 28. Pursuant to Council Order 16-241, this is a motion presented by Councilor Powers that the mayor requests the Director of Inspectional Services and the Building Inspector to report to the City Council as to the status of the building located at 1069 North Shore Road. It is uninhabitable, in tax title, and is a negative image on the city. Inspectional Services should use whatever enforcement mechanisms and resources available to remedy this blighted property. And this has been before the council, a reading of the Revere City Council Agenda for the meeting of Monday, August 22nd, 2016. I'm Rick Promise, and I'll see you at the council.